Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Flo here, and I'm back with another teachable moment. And today I'm going to be teaching from the subject or the topic of your calling comes with a target. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Your calling comes with a target. So today, as I was reading the book of Matthew, something stood out to me. Okay, Matthew 1 begins by establishing who Jesus is. So before we ever see Jesus perform a miracle, before we see him preach a sermon, before he heals anybody, before he even fulfills his ministry, okay, scripture establishes his identity and his lineage, okay? So Jesus was chosen for a purpose before he even did anything publicly, okay? So before Jesus did anything publicly, the first thing that he did or he was chosen, okay? And as we go into the book of Matthew in chapter 2, okay, in chapter 2, Jesus, he's still a baby, okay? He hasn't done anything to anyone. He hasn't harmed anyone. He hasn't, ministered publicly. He hasn't healed anyone. He hasn't performed a miracle. Okay. He hasn't challenged anyone yet. Okay. Yet, though he hadn't done anything to anyone, though he was innocent and just a baby, there was a king by the name of Herod who wanted him dead. Okay. There was a king by the name of Herod who wanted him dead. He wanted innocent baby Jesus, who hadn't done anything to anyone, dead. Okay. Do you hear me? A baby who hadn't done anything to anyone, dead, who hadn't challenged anyone, who hadn't, performed a miracle, who hadn't gone out and even fulfilled his public ministry. All he did was simply be born. Okay. Because of his birth alone. Okay. Herod the king wanted him dead. And as I was reading that, it made me think sometimes the attack isn't about what you've done or what we've done or what I've done, but it's about what we are carrying, child of God. See, Herod wasn't threatened by something Jesus had already accomplished. He was threatened, okay, child of God, by who Jesus was destined to become. Okay. In Matthew 2, verse 2, it says, the wise men came asking, where is he that is born King of the Jews? And when Herod heard about another king, scripture says that he was troubled. He was mad. He was furious. Okay. He was angry. Okay. So Jesus had a calling, and that calling made him a target, child of God. And that is the subject that I'm talking about today. Your calling makes you a target, child of God. Okay. Your calling comes with a target. Okay. Now, obviously, none of us are Jesus, right? But there is a principle in here in this teaching that I believe we need to understand, that we need to grasp and grab a hold of. Okay. Because when God entrusts